Hello and welcome to a Red Shirt podcast transfer deadline special. I'm here with my good friend Nigel, as usual. It's a late one, Nigel.
It's a late one, man. But we're
dedicated
to this job no matter the time, no matter what's going on, we're going to be here.
So just to let everybody know, it's now actually Wednesday morning. So we've got into Wednesday morning because we wanted to obviously keep our heads fresh, and obviously so that we were up to date with all the news, weren't we, Nigel? So we're going to talk about the transfer window briefly and United's business during the window. Nigel, at the beginning of the window, if somebody had said to you, we're going to sign Heaton, Varane, Sancho and Ronaldo, exclude obviously Heaton, do you think it's been a successful window for us?
It's definitely one you would have taken. I mean, we did a show a few weeks back where we talked about the need for that CDM, that real need for it, and I'm absolutely delighted with the window. I'm delighted that Ronaldo's coming home. I think that's massive. Purely in terms of mentality, I think he brings that winning mentality to our dressing room. So yeah, I absolutely would have taken it, but obviously my heart is still heavy because what we really needed more than anything else was that CDM to unleash Pogba, and we still don't have that CDM. What do you think? How do you think it went?
I think it's actually been quite a successful one. I think there are things that you've got to take into account. You've got to take into account COVID and how it's affected football. And cash is king. At the moment, cash is king. So anybody that's got cash and is able to sort of like, let's be honest, splash the cash, they're going to get the players. So if you look at Ronaldo, for instance, we solely heard today, Juventus wanted to, they wanted to get rid of him, basically, to get his wages off the book.
Yeah.
Now, for me, it's a great deal. It's 2.5 million over 5 installments. And if you can get which is possibly the best player in the world. Okay, everybody keeps on saying he's 36, but he's evolved. If I was as fit as him when I was 36, I would have been more than happy. Do you know what I mean? I would have been more than happy. Because he is a freak of nature when it comes to what he is. So I think that's a great move, especially you're paying for maybe 20 to 30 goals extra in your team.
Yeah.
19 million with the add-ons. So to me, that's a successful one. Varane, we were crying out for a centre half.
Yep.
When you, like you said the other day, Nigel, you equate Ben White at 50 million and Varane, who's won everything at the game, for a total cost of 43 million with the add-ons. And it was a position that we were crying out to be filled. So that is great business. And I think that what you saw on Sunday against Wolves was the quality that he brings to the team. He was assured, he was calm, and he was everything that we thought would be. And that really was the baptism of fire that you really wanted him to have the Wolves game, wasn't it?
Exactly. And there's absolutely no worries about Sancho. I've seen enough, even from the Wolves game, he takes care of the ball. How often can we say that we've got a player that absolutely looks after the ball? Okay, so he didn't do any amazing runs or anything like that, but everything he did was contributing to the team. He never gave it, he hardly ever gave it away. And I remember last year when he stayed at Borussia Dortmund, and for the first sort of 5 or 6 games, it's almost as if his head had dropped. And I think he probably needs 5 or 6 games just to suss it out. He's coming back to the Premier League, which is much quicker, much more demanding. I have no doubts whatsoever he's going to be brilliant for us, even this season, and obviously into the future as well. So, brilliant window. Absolutely brilliant window. Whoa, looks like we've lost Vernon. Have we lost you, mate?
So yeah, Sancho, I mean, you've got to remember, this is the first right winger that we've signed since Valencia. And he's actually one for the future. So, and I know that there's a lot of United fans out there, you look on social media, you hear them talking like they're disappointed that they didn't get the CDM. Now, from what I can kind of work out, I think that their main CDM target this year was Declan Rice. And the fact was that he was unobtainable for him to get. I think what the philosophy was in the club, there was so much money up front, and then they were able to get in a other big signing if there was player sales. So unfortunately, there's only been one player sale in like Dan James, which we all wish him the best of luck with, and I think it's a good move for him.
Absolutely.
And I think like if they got rid of Lingard, and if they'd have got sort of like maybe, somebody like cashed in on somebody like Bailey, which there was talk from Leon for him today, but the talks just froze. I think we would have been able to go out and get somebody like Declan Rice. Now, I think what the feeling is, or maybe a Ruben Neves, because I think they're interested in Ruben Neves. And I think that may come in the next window or next summer with one of those players. I mean, the thing is I think we know that we need a CDM just for the balance of the team, but there are 6 midfielders there. So there has to be outgoings. There has to be just to balance the squad. So
agreed. Or like we said recently, I think there's an opportunity for someone to step up. Matic is finished. He can only do a bit part job. Fred is going through a bad patch, and hopefully he can turn that around. But there's got to be 2 or 3 others that I've read. I mean, Van der Beek, that you rightfully call Van der Bench, because it's just a mystery as to how he's not playing forwards at the moment. But if we can get a game out of, if we can get a tune out of him, then or I mean, like I said the other day, if we can get Lindelof or Bailly or somebody, there's got to be somebody in that team that can do a CDM role. This is Manchester United at the end of the day.
Well, the thing is with Fred, and I think what the frustrating thing is Fred is he's had man of the match performances away at the Etihad and at PSG. So there is a player there. It's just consistency. There is just consistency. And sometimes he becomes an easy target because things, when he's having a bad game, he has a stinker, doesn't he?
Exactly.
He does have a stinker.
I like Declan Rice. Do you think he's worth 100 mil?
Well, the thing is that he's turned down 2 contract offers from West Ham. So he's going into, this will be like, he's in the last 2 years of his contract. Okay. Now, you get the feeling that Chelsea now have gone out and got somebody like Niguez. So they have got an abundance. They've still got Barkley there as well. There's an abundance of midfielders. So you're starting to get the feeling that maybe Declan Rice might choose Manchester instead of staying in London.
Yeah.
Now, if we can obviously get that price down, and West Ham are willing to sell because they don't want a situation where PSG are tonight, where they've turned down 180 million, 89 million for Mbappe. So hopefully in the next window or next summer, the move's coming in. But I've got to say, just looking on paper, Nigel, this is the strongest squad we've had in years.
Oh my days. And it's not only a strong squad, it's just we've now got a team full of stellar players, winners.
Well, exactly.
We said that, across the team, there's winners.
And the thing what you said before about Donny van der Beek, there are games coming up now. You've got Champions League games. You've got Carling, you've got the Carabao Cup games. These are games where squad rotation has to come in. And it's up to him. I think, unfortunately, last year, when he did play at games, he didn't sort of stand out, did he? So, I'm kind of hoping that, he does, like you say, he steps up to the mark. So, Nigel, transfer window's done. I want your rating for this year's window.
Oh, but man, this window has got to be one of the best ever. If we're giving it out of 10, oh man, you've got Varane, you've got Sancho, you've got Ronaldo, you've got another goalkeeper to add into them. Mate, it's got to be it's up there with 9. I mean, if it can't be a 10 because we didn't get that CDM, but it's absolutely a 9 in it. It's got to be 9.
Are you
I'm
giving it a
absolutely
9, a
chuffed with it.
9.5, or just a 9?
No, it's a 9, man. It would have been a 10 if we got that CDM. If we
A
got
9 from Nigel.
it's a 9 from Nige, mate.
9 from Nigel. I'll give it.
What are you giving?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it actually because I think it is a good transfer window. Actually, I've been quite surprised, and the very fact that they pulled Ronaldo out of the hat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 9 with you, Nige. We can't give it a 10 because we're nearly there.
We're
We
nearly
got the
there.
CDM,
Yeah.
or maybe a right back, but obviously Dalot's staying now. So give the guy a chance, let him prove his salt.
Yeah.
Give Wan-Bissaka a bit of a rest. So yeah, it's a 9. So Nigel, thanks very much for staying up late. I know it's been a late one, and we've kind of tried to cover all the bases. Do you know what I mean? And it's been good seeing you this early in the morning.
Oh, so. Exactly. But just one more question before you go. I can't stop thinking about it.
You sounded like Columbo then, Nigel.
Just one more question. What are your predictions? Do you think we've got enough to win it?
Do you know what, Nigel? If we'd have got the CDM, I would have said we were more than in the conversation. You would have to put some, you'd put money, you would be willing to go to the bookies and put money on. What I do think is with the squad that we've got now, we're in the conversation, and I expect a title challenge. We might not have enough in the last few weeks of the season. It might, we might lose it. But what I don't want is for City, like they did last year when they won it in second gear. I don't want us, to be in a title race in December, and in January it all be over.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be thereabouts. I think we'll be there or thereabouts. What I do think though is we've got to win. We have to win trophies, and if it's a cup or the Champions League, which I do think we can win, then I think we can do it. You know?
Yeah. I totally agree. I think we're nearly there. I saw the interview with Gary Neville, and he stopped short of saying it that we're gonna win it, and everyone was saying, "Well, come on, mate, you've got Ronaldo, you've got stellar players, and you came second last year." But he knows that we're that one player short. And
yeah. I mean, the thing is what you've got this year is you'll have a fit Rashford coming back. He's played with injuries for 2 years. You've got Ronaldo, who's going to start. We know he's going to start, and he'll give you between 15 and 25 goals a season. Yeah. So I think the games that we drew 0-0 or drew 1-1 or we struggled this year, there'll be a reverse. I think we'll win.
We'll win those games. Yeah. We've still got Cavani.
Exactly.
It's incredible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so guys, that's a wrap from us. Be safe. Nigel has to go to bed. Do you know what I mean? You guys don't realize.
Man. It's hard work.
It is. But guys, thank you very much. Please watch, like, and subscribe. Yeah. And as we always
keep
say,
that red flag flying. Come on, you Reds.
Thank you very much, Nigel.